I love the fact that one of the changes coming to the pet immortality is Kavats, Kubros, Moas and Predicites will collapse to the ground. They can be optionally manually revived. How is that new when that's what we have now? Could you confirm if they will in fact die? Is there a timer? Is the timer being removed? Well, that's a nice thing for them to have, or should have covered. Because that's just one of the few things that, well, the dev workshop, again, I will mention this straight away, workshops are subject to change. Everything in here can and might be altered before it actually comes out on the 18th of October. Yeah. Changes to companions. And it is kind of the start of this with the pet immortality. Why did I turn around and start this by going on about the Kavats, Kubros, Moas and Predicites will collapse to the ground and you can run over and manually revive them? Well, as it says here, pets will instantly become incapacitated for a base duration of 60 seconds. Yeah. Then it goes on to say all pets will automatically revive at the end of this period, and there is no limit to the amount of times this will happen. Haven't run Jin in a while in favour of, well, Golden Kitty here. Simply down to the fact that this was the Sentinel I used all the time because of a handful of things. And the main one being the fact that if you get downed... Sentinel takes 4 seconds to revive its downed owner to 100% health. It destroys itself in the process though, so Jin go bye-bye, but you basically get revived. This can be a problem because there's no way of getting the Sentinel back, unless you run Jin. Because, Jin has this lovely mod called Reawaken. Upon death, automatically revives itself after 90 seconds. Guess what this means? Every minute and a half, if you get downed, as long as Jin has actually revived by this point, Jin will get you back up as long as Jin doesn't get destroyed in that 4 seconds. That can happen more than you think it will. The reviving of you still works, but it means the Sentinel will then be incapacitated, but, and again, all pets will automatically revive, blah 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 blah. But it also doesn't mention Sentinels cannot be manually revived. They will fly along with you if in a damaged state while performing their automatic self-revive. This is great if you are running Vacuum in any of your Sentinels. Vacuum is not automatic. Vacuum is still a mod that you kind of need to put in there. And Animal Instinct is a mod that you need to put in there, which is why I love this. And it's also the reason that I'm running Luna. Because I'm sick of having... Well, how about we just go over here and we go to Animal Instinct. Loot radar and enemy radar just disappear magically when the Sentinel actually goes down. For 90 seconds after I have been knocked down. And it actually gets quite distracting because there's more than once I've played with people who have a Kavat by the same name. There's somebody I've played with quite a lot who has a Sentinel a Kavat of the same name. Coincidental, but it's still funny. I can't remember why this was called Luna, but look, there it is again. Can't help but notice Vacuum's missing. Oh yeah, because it doesn't go on these. They did mention that the pet immortality will be down to tasks that players can perform that will reduce this time. Severe mods have been modified. Yeah. I'm still unsure whether that's still going to be a thing because this just basically says pets don't die anymore. All pets will automatically revive at the end of their 60-second incapacity. So there is no tasks to do. If there is, it's things that are going to just make that 60 seconds less time. Hopefully there's a mod that reduces that time. That would be a great thing. Oh, and no more saying random name has been downed just in the middle of the screen. So annoying when you think, oh, is it a person? You've got to look to the side of the screen and then go, no, it was a companion. Is it anywhere nearby? No, I'm carrying on with what I'm doing. The pet immortality is going to be great. Hopefully. More importantly than your companions no longer dropping dead randomly because they were hit by a random explosion. Yeah. This is going to be a thing. Carrier Prime is going to have health of 650 instead of 400. We have Death Cube that is going to have a health of 560 instead of 300. Plus then there's the 200 shields from 150 armor from, yeah, I don't know why they even mentioned that because it's still 150. Same goes with Carrier Prime. Still, like a lot of people, waiting for Jin Prime, but, yep, Helios Prime, 700 health. Not even kidding. Helios Prime, you would have seen it earlier, will have 700 health from the 250 it now has. That's huge. 200 shields, armor's going to be roughly the same. Yeah. I would still love to see a Prime version of Jin, because Jin's going to have 560 health from the 200 it has at the minute. I think probably the highest health frame, Sentinel, is literally Helios, or technically Direga's also going to have 700 health, up from 350. But Helios is probably the more useful. Helios Prime is probably the more useful. The armor has been increased on the normal ones just a little bit, going from 50 to, I think it's 80. Shields are almost double/triple. Health is going up so much. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be going down that much at all. I'm not going to mention why that's there. Same goes for things like the Kavats. I still wish it would come up with what breed they are on the side, instead of just their name. Bitey, I do believe... Oh, that's going to be a good one. Vaska Kavat, 310 health, instead of the 100 it has. That says 80. Because it's 310 from the 80 it has, 270 shields instead of just 70, and 200 armor instead of 50. Yeah, Vaska may be more useful. Then there is Luna, who is a Smita Kavat, will be 390 health instead of 100, with 230 shields instead of 60, and again, 200 armor instead of 50. It's not just a case of they have made these unkillable, they've actually made them survive better. Yeah. That is, I'm not going to mention that anymore. The Hurus Kubro is going to go from 150 health to 560. The shield's going to go from 125 up to 490. And again, armor's going to go from 50 across the board for all Kubro to 200. And what I was mentioning earlier is going to be kind of useful because, right, the Raska Kubro, 750 health, up from the 200 base. Shields are also going to go up. That's not the right one, is it? Yes, it is. The Shasha, I think that's the Shasha, it pops up here next to their names for a split second. Literally. That's annoying me. Also, that's my first Kubro. The Shasha, 940. The biggest health of them all. This one, and yeah, the Cheshire. The Cheshire will also be 940. Though, won't have as much shields. It will be 290 instead of the 390 the Raska. Shasha has. Now I have to find, never mind. The Sunika Kubro 840 health, up from 220. Moaz, being a component-based thing, is going to be weird, but it's going to be a base of 350 across the board. 350 health, 350 shields, 350 armor, and it literally depends upon gilding and how you put them together. Their base stats are just too different across the board, even though we look at this and it's exactly the same for all four of them. And at this point, it's getting kind of a little bit silly, so all we're going to really say is even the Predastates, yeah. And the those ones, 710 health, and it's going to go kind of a bit nuts from there. Game's just locked up. Hey! Probably haven't used that one in the same. Same with the one I could never pronounce, the Vulpifanini, yeah, that one. All types, 680 health instead of 180. Problem with these is this is kind of their base, their rank 0 stats, and usually it goes up from there, because this literally says the health, shields and armor stats are going to be maxed from rank 0. There is no leveling it up and unlocking their higher ranks. But as you could see, it has still increased most of them from what their base stats are anyway. It literally says it's been increased by approximately 50% for every single pet. Which I'm pretty sure they could do this already, because I could have sworn I've seen them doing it, but I guess not, because Digital Extreme say so. There is new mods that we want to talk about when they actually come out, because there was talk of it's going to work better together with the companions, and there's going to be tasks you can do to get them to revive quicker when they first start talking about it, so I want to kind of completely ignore the new mods for now. But all of the changes so far that we have seen for the mods that are going to be kind of pre-existing, they don't look too bad so far, but it depends how they work in practice, because there's a lot of, well, whether we like it or not, we'll have to use these words, and they are 2 words I refuse to put in a video. But the improvements to it, yeah, it still makes no difference. Everything in here is kind of overlooked by 2 simple words. Well, 3, if we want to be 1000% honest and ignore everything else that's written in here. Pets don't die. How about permadeath completely gone? Let's leave it at that one, because most of these, all of this, subject to change, will be coming 18th of October 2023 in update 34. No more Sentinel death. And with that, we'll leave this off here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.